Peace, peace. You're now tuned into another episode of the Black Ball Sports Podcast. Monday, January 5th. The regular season is over.
Thank God.
Moving forward to the playoffs. Josh Johnson and shit dancing in the end zone and shit. Big goofy motherfucker.
Nah, you gotta realize though, man, that was his second win of his career, man. So he was that. You talk about Super Bowls. That was his Super Bowl right there.
But my thing is like, how is he still getting on NFL rosters? I don't get it.
Bro, did you hear them talk about when he was in the NFC Championship game in San Francisco and how he got a concussion so bad his brain started bleeding? Did you hear that?
Nah, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
So what happened was you know how Brock Purdy got knocked out of that game and then Josh Johnson came. I don't know if he came in second or third. Then he got knocked out of the game, right?
Yeah, Reddick. Yeah.
So the concussion was so bad it took him 6 months to recover from that shit. His brain started bleeding and dripping into his spine.
Sheesh.
From a concussion. And he still got a job and he still wanted to play 4 or 5 years later, bro. I would have been like, yeah, hang this shit up. I'm done.
Yeah. He probably ain't got no house. That nigga done been to every team. He
right.
But hey, look, he's still making money. So I'll keep going too if I was him.
Yeah, hopefully he got some saved up. And the backup quarterback is the greatest job in football. Like if I could have went to the NFL and been a backup for 10, 12 years, I'd have been a happy man, bro.
Yeah. You getting paid millions and you barely playing.
Barely playing.
You know, but yeah, other than that, man, I mean, it was I'm disappointed. I told myself I wasn't gonna be disappointed in the game, but actually, like, I always get into it, and I'm like, damn, we should have beat these motherfuckers, man. But we got the chance to see Tanner McKee. He's not as advertised, even though his backups in there. Guys was open, bro.
Yeah.
Guys was open. He sailed it. He sailed it on him. But I'll let you give your analysis. I don't really have much more to say. I'll give a couple bright spots, but you can give your analysis on the game real quick.
I don't have much either. My biggest beef at the end of the day is I see, and it's really pissing me off. It really is. I see Commanders fans yesterday and today crying their eyes out.
Really?
Dan Quinn had the nerve to win this meaningless game. Taking us from the 5th pick of the draft to the 7th pick of the draft. He needs to be fired. And the crazy thing is, all game, all you hear about is, I can't believe that we're letting this team beat us and they have their third stringers in. Oh, I can't believe Dan Quinn is calling the game the way he is. Oh, I can't believe he wasted his timeouts with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Then he wins the game, and you're mad that you went from 5th to 7th. If that's not the most bottom of the barrel ass mentality I've ever seen in my life. Listen, we aren't a good football team. I'm glad this season's over. That game yesterday was ugly. I said it on Friday. It's nothing more to me than a bona fide preseason game, and the play on the field looked like a preseason game. But I'm never going to complain about beating a division rival no matter what the circumstances are. I'm not jumping for joy and going crazy and mocking the Eagles fans and none of that shit because I know where we stand. But I'm never going to complain about ever beating the Giants, the Cowboys, or the Eagles. And for some reason or another, you have Commanders fans that are out here thinking that we went from the 1st round pick to the 10th pick to the 12th pick. Motherfuckers, we went from 5 to 7. Calm down. That is the most bottom of the barrel loser ass mentality I've ever seen. And I'm seeing it from people I respect within Washington sector and within the fan base. It's sad. It makes me sick. And I'm going in on all of them today. I'm not sparing any expense on their ass. I'm getting on them because that's corny. That's bottom of the barrel. What I also learned is Tanner McKee is not a good quarterback, bro. He's just a guy. He is just a guy. I mean, I was hoping when we saw Tanner McKee that he'd be out there because you heard all the things about him doing this and doing that he'd go out there and light a bad defense up, and he didn't. And it wasn't because it wasn't there. It's because dude really can't throw the ball as well as people thought that he could. I'm not saying that he's bad, but what I'm saying is he's no different than any other backup quarterback in the NFL. He's just a dude, right? He's just a dude. Clearly saw that yesterday. He's just a dude. I didn't like how Mikey played yesterday. I mean, he had a couple good pass breakups, but he was also letting Jahan get on him a little bit. That kind of pissed me off. That's a starting corner. You know what I mean? He has to play better. But then outside of that, man, I'm glad this season is over. It's been a terrible year. You know what I mean? There's a lot of rumors swirling around, and I don't need to get involved in that because the source that's giving these rumors hasn't really had a good track record of providing anything worth any fucking substance. But, of course, Commanders fans run with whatever Diana Rossini is saying out here right now, which is crazy as hell. But, hey, man, such is life.
We know her well. We know Diana well.
Sure you do. So, I mean, That's the difference, man. And the thing is, let me say this about y'all, because I do not like the Eagles. I would say that a bunch of times, but I respect the fan base on this note. When Diana Rossini was running her mouth about things going on in Philly, y'all didn't let her slide. Y'all was on her ass, on her. When Commanders fans see a rumor, they start retweeting the shit and spreading it like wildflower and giving it life. I don't understand that shit. That's bottom of the barrel, loser mentality type shit. I just don't get it. It's my fan base is disappointing me today. I'm happy that we won. I'm happy the season's over. And that's all I take from it, man. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to hearing what Adam Peters and Dan Quinn has to say today. I hope the media puts their feet to the fire and asks them some tough questions about what happened this year and what we are looking at looking forward. And, man, I'm ready to move on, bro. Really am. But that's all I really got from the game. I'm a little surprised that you guys really didn't put out a little more of an effort to win that game because it was for the taking. It was right there. But yeah, that's about it. What you got?
Yeah, I mean, like, start with the Tanner McKee thing. People immediately started making excuses right off the bat. Oh, he don't got the starters out there. It doesn't matter. Guys was open.
So
right. If guys is getting open, it's football. If somebody's open, they're open. They're still in NFL.
Right.
The pass he threw the interception to Reeves, I think his name is. Guy was open. He decided to try to force it in. I think it's Jahan Dotson, but the other guy, Granson, was wide open. Like he blew his assignment. The pass was like 4th and something. He did like an out route, the guy, whatever. He was open. He sailed it over his head. Jahan was open over the middle. He sailed it over his head. Now, Jahan probably should have caught that.
Yeah.
But it was a little high. So he missed passes, bro. He missed opportunities that was there. But even like listening to the broadcast, they're like, well, nobody's getting open. Yeah, some plays, but guys was open all over the place, even at the end of the game. Why are you throwing the ball out of bounds? It's 4th and whatever because you just took a sack. Just throw the shit up. And playing rec football, backyard football, we know we're just going to throw that shit up. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'm throwing it out of bounds. Let's see what happens if I throw it up. And then another play, he has the first down right in front of him. He tries to throw it. And I think Reeve made another play on the ball. All he had to do was just run and get the first down.
Oh, that was crazy. There was nothing but grass in front of him. I'm like, oh, shit, he threw it.
So all the people want to make excuses. They're just mad because their great white hope wasn't what they thought he was. Now you see how important Jalen is because Jalen ain't missing them shits. And Jalen's going to break the pocket. He ain't missing them shits, bro. He might miss 1 or 2, but when it's on the line, he's going to make that fucking play. That's something that we know, so he's coming out on time. No, it wasn't. He was holding the ball, taking sacks. He can't get outside the tackle box. So he's too damn slow. He's running with concrete. We found out who this guy was. He's just a regular backup, no different than Marcus Mariota. He's going to play decent. He may win you a game or two, but he's going to turn the ball over and make stupid mistakes, just like any other backup. This guy, I want Jacorian Bennett off the team. I don't ever want to see him on the field again. This man had 3 pass interference. Like, dude, literally gave y'all 2 touchdowns.
Lord.
Like, what are you doing?
His hands off Perry. Couldn't keep his hands off him.
Right. And that's why he couldn't get on the field. And Ringo, he got to go. If he's that, I pray to God, Quinyon, and then I pray to God they never get hurt. Yeah, these guys got to go on the field. Oh, my God.
You're done if they do.
Oh, my God. Adori, we love you, Adori. You're not as bad as you. You know what I mean? Ringo, why are you running away from the fucking Josh Johnson? That was the dumbest. That's something you see taxi players do.
Mm-hmm.
And not even taxi players will make a mistake like that. I'm talking about 4- and 5-year-olds.
Right.
What are you doing? At first, I thought, all right, maybe it was somebody that he was going to throw it to, but the guy was covered.
Yeah.
If he runs, he tackles him probably for a loss because he's not Jaden Daniels. He ain't making nobody miss like that.
Nah, he's a statue. He's the black Tanner McKee.
Yeah. It's like at the end of the day, those little things fit. And then I'm sitting here watching the Detroit game, split screen. They kicked the field goal to win it. I'm like, damn, we could have had a number 2. But hey, look, I think the Eagles players don't give a fuck. They like whoever. Let's line it up.
Yeah.
They don't care. They saying like this, it don't matter who it is. Let's go. So I'm with them. Let's go. Y'all better go out there and bust the 49ers ass next week because you took your starters out. You wanted to play this conservative role, and number 2 seed is very important. I guess we don't think it is. So we better go out there and kick some ass on Sunday. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not
Come on,
sitting
Zach.
here. I'm not hitting here prescribing that you guys should have maybe started all of your starters or anything like that. But do you think that you guys should have went into that game with a little more of a killer instinct, knowing what was at stake, and also knowing how good you guys are at home in the playoffs? I think I heard a stat of something that Nick Sirianni may be undefeated at home in the playoffs. Why wouldn't y'all want to get as close to home field advantage as possible? What do you think about that?
I think he's just going off the past. You can't control what happens with Detroit. What if Detroit would have lost?
Right.
And you play your starters, somebody get hurt. AJ got hurt. I think I don't know what year it was. He got hurt. I was trying to. So it was like he said, you know what? Fuck it. And I heard players say that we're gonna have to play the best teams anyway in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're not avoiding anybody,
right?
Whether it be on the road or whether it be at home. So you control what you can control and go from there. Now I think if it would have been like we win and we definitely like we'd have beat Chicago that earlier game, then we probably play the starters because like if y'all win this game, y'all get the number 2 seed. So that's what I think. And you got to kind of live with it at the end of the day. Like, that's a possibility. Because I think going into it, you don't know if Detroit's going to beat Chicago.
Mm-mm.
You're pretty sure you can beat Washington with your starters in. You're pretty sure. But it's like you got to play that game. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of past it. I know we're doing the show. I'm ready to let's rock with the 49ers, man. That's who's next. We can't worry about this shit too long. It's over with.
Yeah.
And then you got to look. Anything can happen. The Packers could beat the Bears.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. So, yeah.
The Packers are limping in the playoffs. They hurt. They're not a good football team right now, but they're also playing a team that they're very familiar with, and they've had success against them in the past. Chicago barely beat Green Bay, and that was without Micah. Shit, that was without Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? And they barely beat them. So there is no guarantees, man. There is no guarantees. This playoff is going to be more interesting than ever. A lot of things that I realized about y'all is you got all-pro cornerbacks, but then behind them is dirt, absolute dirt. So your starters are all pros, but then backups are bad, man, and you don't want to see them on the field. And then what I also learned is the defense, no matter whose team is in the playoff, or no matter what team makes it to the Super Bowl and wins it, I really believe that defense is going to win the Super Bowl this year. When you look at the offense in the playoffs, I mean, outside of the Rams, who are very inconsistent, what offense is dynamic enough to really scare you? But then when you look at them, some of these defenses, when y'all look at y'all, when you look at Seattle, we got to give Seattle's defense some respect now because them motherfuckers are balling, right? When you look at Houston on the other side, Denver, these teams you probably got 4 or 5 top 10 defenses in the playoffs right now. Defense is going to win the Super Bowl this year. So whoever team it is, strap up and get ready to get some turnovers, get ready to get some stops, because I believe defense will win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, and I was looking yesterday. I was looking at defensive rankings. I think Philly, the Broncos, and like Texas, and those Phillies and the Seahawks only let like 31 touchdowns be scored. I was looking, I was like, oh, that's great. But then the Broncos like 29. So it's like and the Texans was like 31 too.
Yeah.
So there are some very great defenses, and it's going to come down, to that. People talk offense. No, whoever going to put the best defensive performance in, I know it's going to do good. A couple bright spots from yesterday. Jalix Hunt is a dog, man. Jalix Hunt, the guy who got the interception on Debo. Little Trotter, Jeremiah Trotter's son. He played good yesterday. Yeah, he played very well. And Tank Bixby. I'm telling people this, man. Tank Bixby needs to be a part. He's playing better than Saquon right now. I'm sorry. I love Saquon. Last year, I thought Saquon was the best running back I ever seen. He's not that this year. Honestly, I'm like, God damn. The way he was making shit happen and hitting. Like, I've seen a lot of good running back play, but that was one of the best. And it showed because he almost broke the record. He probably should have broke the record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not that this year. So yeah, we got to run the ball though. Like if you're going to play a team like Seattle, you got to be able to run the football. We're not just going to be dropping back trying to throw 40 times. That's not our game. I think Jalen Hurts' record when he goes over 200 passing yards is like 2-4 or something. But when he's undefeated. So that's our game. Like Jalen Hurts first half 70 yards, 80 yards. That's our game. You know what I mean? It's never been, unless we're going to blow a team out. That's not really our game. So hopefully this rest gives the offensive line, some time. Because you seen it yesterday, the backups. If our start offensive line was them, it was getting blown up. The Ron Payne was blowing these boys up.
Yeah.
These young boys in the middle. So, it goes to show you how important starters are. Definitely need more depth, especially I think that was exposed, especially in the cornerback, position. Exposed yesterday. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, I'm got really much to add on that, man. I'm glad the season's over. Like I said, I'm going to be watching Adam Peters and Dan Quinn very intently today to see what they have to say. And we got some serious work to do over here on our side. We got a lot of holes that we need to fill. I'm not ever subscribing to let's lose to a division rival so that we can get a pick 2 spots closer, both of them in the top 10. Like I just that makes me absolutely sick. And I'm seeing, like I said, bro, I'm seeing people I respect in this sector crying and whining and throwing temper tantrums for 2 hours about how Dan Quinn messed this up. What was he supposed to do? Do you think Dan Quinn gave a damn if we went from the 7th pick to the 5th pick? Do you think he gave a damn that the Giants beat the Cowboys and that the Browns beat the Bengals so we can get the 5th pick of the draft? That's not how you win ball games. And then when you look at that locker room, nobody was going crazy and celebratory, but Bobby Wagner got his 2000th tackle yesterday, third player in NFL history to do it. The players were happy for him. You know what I mean? That team and the culture that he's building is on the right track. Is he the coach for the future? Is he the coach that's going to take us to a Super Bowl? Who knows? Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. But to sit back and trash a dude for having a bad year, I'm not trying to expose him of that. But going to the NFC Championship the year before, winning 12 games the year before, no coach in Washington history ever did that. None of them, not even Gibbs, did that, right? First time in the NFC Championship in 31 years. The motherfuckers that are crying were in diapers the last time they see their team anywhere close to that. So I'm just like, man, I'm glad the season's over. But these motherfucking fans got to stop crying, man. And that's all I got on that. Let's move on to the playoffs, though, man. What do you think? Y'all got the San Francisco 49ers first. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you kind of wanted to draw that the 49ers first. They're injured.
No, I wanted the number 2 seed.
Okay. Who y'all
talk about that?
The Packers. Huh? The Packers. Yeah. But go ahead. Talk about the playoffs, man.
Yeah, not even like, I'm not saying they would have been an easier opponent. I'm just looking like, okay, if we advance, you get that second game at home for sure.
Yeah.
If you advance, now you got to advance first. I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse by any means.
Right.
But I'm like, all right, look, we do what we supposed to do. We in that second round. We probably have to go to Chicago if Chicago wins, which is whatever. But now you're putting yourself probably on the road as opposed to bringing people to the link. Which in the playoffs I don't think we lost yet. Right. It's been a long time since we lost, I should say. Because we did lose to Seattle years back when Carson Wentz was here.
Right.
The way that defense is playing, the crowd behind it, man, it's gonna be hard to win in the link. But now you got to put it on the road, maybe against Chicago or Seattle. That makes a way tougher road to the Super Bowl, when it could have been a little easier. But you got the 49ers. I'm not like some of those people that are saying it's gonna be an easy game. I'm not saying that, but we got to come to play. We have to come to play on all facets. They have weapons galore. If you don't stop McCaffrey, it could be a long day. That's where it starts. Stopping McCaffrey. Mm-hmm. But they have, Kittle, which could be a problem because now you don't have to see Seattle. I'm not, Jackson Smith and Jigba. We got Quinyon. I'm not saying he's going to, shut him down, but I trust Quinyon against anybody in the NFL. I trust them. But now they can kind of play the game where they can go right through Kittle if they want to. And then that puts him on a linebacker, which I'm still comfortable with.
Right.
But it's still that's always gonna be a mismatch when you got Kittle against a linebacker. And then we gotta be able to stop the run. But again, listen to the guys yesterday, they seem like they ready to rock. And it's kind of the same mentality you had last year. Like, all right, let's line it up. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of people say San Francisco don't belong there. They had an easy schedule. They're there. And they coming to Philly to win the game. You think they coming to lay down? They coming to win.
If you think that, you silly, because they were playing Saturday for the number 1 seed in the goddamn in the conference. So don't sleep on them. I'm not saying you are, but people that think that they don't belong in there, yeah, all right. Right. They in there. They got experience in the playoffs. They're not one of these teams that are just walking in and they don't know no better. No, that team is playoff ready. So, and I'm not saying that they're going to lose that game. I really don't think I don't think they have enough to win that game. But to think that they're not going to be ready and that they could, you're mistaken if you think that.
Yeah. I really expect these guys to be ready.
Yeah.
Especially the defensive side. I don't know what I'm getting from the offense.
Right.
But Vic is going to have those guys ready. And it seemed like even listening to the guys, they valued the rest themselves. Right.
They
said they kind of needed that shit. You know how it is, man. Your body every week going through the ringer. 1 week off could do wonder because now, it could be that fourth quarter when you need to push yourself and you so fucking drained that you ain't got it. Now you get an extra week to kind of, what I mean? Some shit probably could have healed up that was messing with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a little bit better. So I'm very excited. I'm also excited about the other matchups, man. It's a lot of great matchups this first round, man.
Bro, did you see that game last night? Did you see that Steelers-Ravens game?
Oh, I didn't even want to watch it. It was good.
Bro. It was probably one of the best games of the year. Wow. Oh my God. The last 5 minutes of that game went crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Aaron Rodgers versus Lamar Jackson. I didn't think we'd ever hear them two. They were balling.
Wow.
Balling. And Lamar Jackson, 55 seconds left, 3 timeouts, down by 2. Takes his team and marches them all the way down in the field goal range. Kid never missed the field goal. Rookie missed the field goal and lost in the game.
Wow.
It was so poetic. 26-24. Ravens are out the playoffs.
Wow. And that's how it is. That's why I don't want. I like the Eagle football. I like. Let's control this shit. Let's put this shit away in the fourth where they're pressing. I don't want it to be a situation like even like yesterday, like how it was like 17-17. Nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? I know the playoffs do come down to that, but I want to win comfortably. You're never gonna get what you want, but you know I want to win comfortably. I feel like if our starters in there, we definitely would have won that game comfortably. But it is what it is. I don't want to go back on that. But in the playoffs, it's going to be a different story. And we haven't really blown anybody out. So it's probably going to be a close game, which I hate. Hate it.
I was sitting there like, of course you want to win the game because you're playing a rival, right? But then I'm sitting here like, if we lost, we get the 5th pick. I'm cool with that. Like I had a win-win mentality either way. But of course you want to win the game. When it was 17-17 and Josh Johnson ran that ball, I was like, we're going to win this fucking game. Because Tanner McKee ain't shit. We're going to win this fucking game. I'll be damned.
And we stopped running the ball. Like, that's the coordinator. Why you stop, bro? He was gashing him in the running game. Why you stop? Even on 3rd and 1 in the red zone.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? Run the ball. They couldn't stop the run, and you passing it. Like, shit like that just gets me with this coordinator, man. It gets me.
The NFL was weird where I think that some people try to overthink it. Like, okay, your first possession of the game, if you down and grab some points, get some momentum. I've been hearing this for decades since I've been a kid. The hardest points to get in the NFL are the first ones. Get on the board. Once you're on the board, you can get stuff rolling. I see too many teams going for it, and I get it. Fourth and goal on the 5, 4th and goal on the 6. You want to go for it. You want to kick a 29-yard field goal. I get it. But damn it, sometimes you got to know when a loss is a loss. We're moving the ball well. Let's grab these points. Let's play some defense. Let's get back down there. Y'all had opportunities to go ahead of that game a couple times, but for some reason you didn't want to kick field goals in the red zone, and then you got turnovers and that shit.
That's why when Jalen Hurts, we probably like the top red zone team. When he's in there, we scoring, bro. Most of the time we saw that. That's the thing people forget when you talk about a Tanner McKee. Jalen Hurts is probably not throwing that interception, and we're probably going to score. And I'm not saying it's just him. Obviously, you got other players, Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, Smitty. Who was having a great game. He got his little catches and left or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But it's playoff time, man. I hate that it's like the season went past like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. God damn. But we here. We got to get ready for the Niners. That's what it is.
Here we are. Yep. You want to pick games today? Or you want to wait till Friday to do that?
We can probably wait till Friday. Let's wait till Friday. Yeah, because I seen the schedule, man. I love the way the Texans is playing right now. They're probably my I don't know, probably to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC.
They did them dirty playing on Monday night. I don't like that shit. They did them dirty playing on Monday night. That game's on Monday.
Yeah, well, it's like, they probably want to put the asses game. I guess they think it's gonna be the asses game.
Of course.
I was hoping I thought we were gonna get Saturday. I wouldn't mind if we'd have had a Saturday night one.
Yeah.
But I like that Sunday, that 4 o'clock, slot. You know what I mean? I'm loving that slot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Monica Lewis. If these analysts and Lori's son is on it too much, going to get rid of at least 50%. Got to go by the feel of the game. Oh, okay. I get what she's saying. Yeah, you got to. I don't know what she mean by that.
Okay.
I know he's probably I forget his name, Julian. I think he's probably gonna be the next owner. Obviously, his dad's the owner. Let me go to this one real quick. Any update on CJ GJ? I saw he got hurt yesterday. But I don't know. They didn't give no updates. They didn't tell us what happened.
Let me look.
He was down for a minute, Chauncey Gardner. And they scary too. They get some fucking turnovers, boy. Them Bears,
bro. Their
Man.
defense is not good, but they know how to get the ball, bro. And it helps their team. It helps. You know what I mean? When you get turnovers, that shit boosts the team's morale. It boosts the momentum. And this is I can go back to my team. This is why we didn't have success on defense. We were probably last in the league in causing turnovers. Can't have that. A turnover differential. This is bad.
Right.
And
right.
Chicago does a very good job.
Right.
I don't see anything about CJ right now. Hold on. CJ Gardner-Johnson injury. What'd you say, bro? I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, my bad. Nah, you can hear me now?
Oh, he might have went up.
Yep.
No, you good, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
If we don't win it, all right, I'm read this comment. If we don't win this game against the 49ers, then Patullo got to go. You hear me, right? Oh. Just not going through? Hold on, let me check the mic real quick.
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, good. I want to read this comment. If we don't win this game against the 49ers, Patullo got to go. Yeah, and I hate to keep switching coordinators, but
hey guys, leave a comment in the chat. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. I think it's a little lag going on.
Okay.
For whatever reason. All right, let me read this.
Yeah, super lag.
I don't give super lag. Yeah, it's lag. Oh, okay. She's saying they need to stop relying on analytics for the majority of the games. Oh, okay. I hear you. All right. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up today. Short show. We'll be back at the end of the week to give our picks on everything. So playoff time, baby. Hopefully this ain't the last week for us. Hopefully we can go all the way down to February. You know what I mean? I want to go deeper to the playoffs, man. I'm not ready to go home yet. You know what I mean? So, I think it's a golden opportunity for the Eagles to do some things in the playoffs. So let's get it done, y'all. That being said, we out, man. Peace.
Peace out.